If you don't do well off the court, then no hope for you getting on.
It's not what you know, it's what you show.
We just kind of have fun along the journey, but this ain't the main thing. At the end of the day, you got to be able to perform. You got to be able to get on the court. You got to be able to showcase your skills. You got to be able to outwork the other man.
That one like that's tight, man, right? Then that's like, you know, you got Ice Trey Young. You say Ice Wright, you know, that's cold. See, that's that, you know. Literally, I just took him out the, you know, what they call him, Jacob the Jeweler. Ain't that what his name is? No days off right there. No days off.
You know, we work out. We don't work out for Instagram. We don't work out for social media. Care less, and that's dead serious. Acting like we celebrities and nigga can't make a layup.
After high school, I would definitely want to accomplish a D1 scholarship, but just when I go into college, be a top recruit or just making sure that like I'm at the top of my class.
So just form shooting, working on the elbow, the follow through, all the stuff you could do laying on your back and throwing it to the ceiling. But again, we got low ceilings, we're in an apartment, so we got to make work with what we got. Coming down, going up. 2, 3, 4.
No matter how good you are, nobody feels like doing something every day, no matter how much they love it. But the ones who become great do it anyway. You know, then you can sometimes find kids who say, well, I'm just gonna take the day off. Well, I'm just not gonna do it this week, you know. And that's fine too, because I always say the sooner you know, the sooner we can go. We went home. We went back to Virginia. We go back to Virginia as much as we can. So this summer we're in Virginia. And I just, not test him, but just see where his head is. Hey, you wanna go back to Florida or you wanna stay here? He says, no, I wanna go back. You know, so he could easily say, hey, I'm back home. I'm got my pool in my backyard. I'm back in my bed, in my room, you know, amongst, you know, familiar surroundings and, you know, childhood friends. I'm good. And trust me, you know, it would be fine by me. So I'm willing to do it as long as he's willing to do it.
It was hard to make the decision. Like a lot went through it. Like I'll sit in my bed at night just thinking about it. But in the long road of things like this, if I perform and do my job here, it will help me through like the rest of my life. And this is probably like one of the most important factors that will go into where I end up in my career path.
If I'm a parent and I'm forcing, and now I stop forcing and they stop, then all that forcing was for naught. It was for nothing. It's a waste of time. So don't even start to force it. Just throw it out there. Say, hey, you want to practice today? Let's go practice. He can say, no, I don't feel like it. He say, no, let's go do it. His room at home, I hung a basketball goal up and I put wood floors down, and it was a guest bedroom before he came along. I got lockers in his room, and I just wanted to build like the passion. So we just have fun with it, right? And this is when he was 3, 4 years old, and so we bouncing the ball, and we're just having a good time with it. And so really just building passion and building a joy for it. As he got a little bit older, I started seeing that he was probably a little bit more dedicated than probably his peers.
Basketball and offense, we shoot in the hoop. We need to play defense and offense.
What is offense?
When you got the ball.
And what is defense?
The one you don't have the ball.
Oh, thanks for letting me know.
You're welcome.
One of the things that when we did homeschool, so in 6th grade, we did homeschool. And so there's no sports, there's no rec sports because everything's cut down because of COVID, everything's closed. And every day we would do homeschool. So we do 4 or 5 hours of homeschool. And then I said at 2 o'clock, and I just threw it out, at 2 o'clock, we'll do basketball practice. Don't remind him every day, just say, I told him the first day, at 2 o'clock we'll do basketball practice. And we have, he has his own basketball shorts with his name on it and his little logo stuff on it, And because I would say, Superman, you don't see Superman change his clothes. He always show up what? In Superman clothes. So when you're gonna play basketball, you gotta show up in your basketball clothes. You come inside, and he's already, every day at 2 o'clock, I come in the house, he's already, every single day, he's already sitting on the couch with his sneakers on, with his little tights on, with his shorts on. And this is at, 11 years old, 12 years old, 10 years old? He's just sitting there, ready to go. Never had to say, hey, Sebastian, you feel like practicing today? Hey, Sebastian, you want to practice today? Hey, Sebastian, let's practice today. Never had to do it. It was literally like clockwork. Every day. His iPad, if I'm away, he filmed himself doing his push-ups and sit-ups. And then he'll send it to me on his phone, he'll text to me and say, hey, Dad, I did push-ups and sit-ups today. Or I ran today, or I swam in the pool today. He showed me his proof. But again, that's not me saying, hey, Sebastian, you need to go swimming today. You need to go running today. You need to go jogging today.
Keep going.
Me winning MVP, it's just a part of it. It's an award. It helps for exposure, but it's not as important as keeping my relationships with my teammate. We build off of each other, iron sharpens iron, and helping just grow as a team.
If you have a passion, it evolves into love. And the more you kind of stand out amongst your peers, you start to just love it even more.
Deep dribble.
And we go hard when we work. We go hard. Bring your water next time, won't you? Once he realizes how good he is, then I think it'll be leaps and bounds. It'll be people who say, man, how did he get that good? It's because it'll look like he just made a major jump. And it will be a major jump, but the major jump comes here.
NBA is obviously the huge dream. If you don't do well off the court, then there's no hope for you getting on. And all colleges, they don't just look at your play on how well you do on the court. They look at behind the court too. So if you have bad grades and you're just a little bit better than somebody with good grades, they'll probably still take the one with better grades. So academics is before sports.
It's all nutrient-based stuff. So supplements, there ain't no miracle pills or no voodoo stuff. It's just stuff that probably he's not getting every day in his diet, especially as a growing teenager. Just like this guy, he eats this literally every single day. Macaroni and cheese, literally when I say every single day. So obviously macaroni and cheese don't have all your vitamins in it. So we do macaroni and cheese every single day. So this is again kind of like a meal replacement, but it's legit. It's good stuff. It's Breakfast Champions, so this will get you right. And again, it's not nothing magic and all that stuff like that. It's just good, wholesome ingredients, organic, healthy for you, and just a supplement with macaroni and cheese. So that's what it is. Superfood. So hopefully if we can provide his body with everything it needs to grow.
I always say football was my first love, basketball was my true love.
Woo! Let's go Bengals. I don't think he beat me in 3 years.
For me, I stopped playing football on the dime. Hey, I don't love it no more. In basketball, I was athletic, right? So I had a 40-inch vertical when I was at Virginia Tech. They pitch all through the testing. I ran a 4.5 40, but I was 230 pounds. I had the attributes, not to toot my own horn, but I ran track from the time I was little, and when I was 12, I was 7th fastest kid in the nation. You know, I ended up running at the Junior Olympics here in Gainesville, Florida, actually. Played football. I was in Blue Chip magazine. I was All-State. I was pretty well recruited, you know, in my area. Got lots of D1 letters and a lot of D1 interests. Ended up going to Virginia Tech. I realized I didn't love it, and you gotta love it. You gotta love it. You can like it, but you gotta love it, because if you don't love it, then you're not going to do it. You know, you gotta love it. After my freshman year, my sophomore year, I gave it up. I gave up my scholarship. I walked away from it. Gave up my scholarship and walked away from it. Now, as a 40-something-year-old man, the love has come back because I watch NFL on TV all the time. I watch college football, and then I'm stuck with saying, man, I wish I would have. I think I could have. You know, and you don't want that. You want to empty the bucket. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you say, hey, I did all I could. And if it's not in the cards, I sleep well at night. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want. And that's what I want him to have. Even that whole recruiting process, again, it was kind of me trial and error. I didn't have kind of a parent or an adult kind of looking out for, you know, my best interest. So I just say, hey, whoever wants me the most or recruits me the hardest, I guess that's where I'm gonna go. You know, it wasn't really delving into kind of the behind the scenes of college recruiting. I was fortunate. I got a 4-year scholarship, and I probably could have took better advantage of the opportunity. But that's what it's all about, and that's me reflecting and say, hey, you gotta take advantage of this opportunity, maybe get another opportunity. And that's with life in general. And so, you know, I kind of made my trek and had my experience. And I thought, you know what, when I have a son, you know, you always think of, because I come from a single parent, right? So you always think of what you're going to do as a father differently or better. Improvement that I'm looking to see is where he is on the mental side of things, because athletically and the skill wise, he's right there. And I think knowing what he's capable of, and I think he's ahead by a lot farther than that. But again, it's not what you know, it's what you show. CP3 is an awesome camp, but you can't be nervous. You gotta show up. I mean, I work with him every day. And that's what I tell him. It's not what you know. I'm your dad, so I know. But to an onlooker, and I'm not talking about, I'm just talking about I would say if there's a scout there or whoever that's looking on, an onlooker, then, you know, you gotta stand out. You gotta stand out. And it's not just about standing out, scoring all the points. It's standing out getting rebounds, it's standing out about hustling, it's standing out getting steals, it's standing out playing lockdown defense, it's standing out by being an impact player. Once you realize how good you are, then you can take it to the next level. Lucky ass shit.
Oh, no, just do your thing. I'm not here. Yeah, I'm not here.
I was gonna get one of them toilet shots after this. Wiping his ass. It's not. He not in there.
He about to spit his food out.
Just show him wiping his ass. We get it all. This all access. You know, you can see everything. Ass wipe. You know, blow your nose, whatever you got, man. We get it down.
Damn. You sure you the man that man?
I told you I was gonna be it. Yes! Yes! You can't beat Daddy. Woo! Let's go Bengals.